Well, let's cross live to Rome now. Hannah Roberts is standing by for us. She's our correspondent there. Hannah, what's the latest where you are?
Good morning. Yeah, Marco Rubio in just over an hour will be heading into the Apostolic Palace for what's fair to say is expected to be quite a tense meeting. He's here to try and smooth over extremely heightened tensions between the Holy See and the US administration. Just a few weeks ago, Trump called Pope Leo XIV weak and terrible on foreign policy and accused him of being soft on Iran's nuclear ambitions. And Trump doubled down on this week, just even before Rubio got on the plane, repeating these kinds of accusations. So these tensions, it's fair to say, have been building up for a while. Leo, ever since he was elected last year, has been amping up the criticism of the US administration, particularly on immigration, but also on climate change. So he's very unpopular with the MAGA crowd. They call him the woke pope and that sort of thing. So Rubio is going into a difficult meeting. He says he wants to talk about Cuba and the Middle East. He's in a difficult position because, as senior Vatican officials have been reminding me today, that you really have no leverage with the Vatican. So the US is the most powerful country in the world, but you can't threaten the Vatican. You can't pressure the Vatican. They're not afraid of US tariffs. They're not afraid of being invaded by the Pope. Invaded by the US, you can't make trade concessions, you can't make deals, and so it's awkward for an administration like Trump who thrive on that kind of thing. You just have to convince them with a reasoned argument.
And Hannah,
so that's what Rubio will be trying to do.
No, sorry to interrupt you there. Keep going.
So the Pope has just said, "I will continue on my path of preaching the gospel. That's what I'm here for." And that's what he'll continue to do. You can't really change the Vatican's mind except through a reasoned argument.
Well, there's been definitely a lack of recent arguments recently. Tell us about the fact that this is just day one of Rubio's visit. He'll, of course, be meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni tomorrow.
That's right. And we can expect that to be a very different kind of meeting. There have been tensions also between Meloni and Trump after she defended Leo. And Trump then attacked her several times, saying that Italy is not doing enough to support the US, particularly in Iran, that he's very disappointed with Italy and even threatened to pull the troops out of the US bases. But Rubio is going into this meeting in a very different position. The US has massive leverage over Italy. They can raise tariffs. They can threaten to remove security guarantees, which Italy depends on. And so this can be a more comfortable meeting for Rubio. It seems clear there are signals from senior Italian ministers in the next few days that they are making supportive noises about the Iran war, about how it's necessary to secure the Strait of Hormuz, and that they're ready to do their part. Let's not forget that Rubio already has a good relationship with the Italians. He's a kind of pre-2016 US Republican, so he's not part of the same group that's been very critical of Europeans, for example, calling them freeloaders, as we've seen from people like the Defense Secretary Hegseth in their leaked communications. And it seems likely that the Italians are going to be trying to reassure the US that they are doing more on defense, that they will do more. This is a critical issue for the US, that Europe increases their defense spending. And the Italians will be keen to demonstrate they're doing as much as they possibly can. So probably a much more comfortable meeting for Rubio.
Hannah, thank you so much for that update. Hannah Roberts there reporting from Rome.